back to American Made RC. Today we're going to be talking about our Slash 4x4, new addition to the family. Pretty excited about that. And our Stampede 4x4, some of the things we've done with this also. First, you can see clearly the tires. These are the Proline trenchers, front and back for the four-wheel drive. I have gotten one run on them and I really like them. I'm really stoked to run them this winter to see how well they do. I'd like to do a comparison about between the tires, the Proline trenchers, and the stock Talion tires that come on this on this Stampede 4x4. Next thing is the fans. I got a motor fan and an ESC fan, both for this, just to keep the electronics cool while we're running these. Like in the summertime, I know that these things will get hot. Next thing is the Proline body mounts. I had these on my two other Slashes that I have and love them.
And they have like the nice screw-on tabs.
Yeah, they have this on here. All you have to do is screw it on real tight, and then it'll hold it on, and then you just unscrew it, and that's what holds
less, body clips.
You won't lose any body clips as long as you make sure those caps are tight. It's just a really nice addition to the truck. Next thing is the connectors. I have started turning all of my vehicles over to the XT90 connectors. It just makes for an easy connector. I can plug it in one-handed. It's not that hard to pull apart. It's real easy to push together, two-handed and pull apart. I really like them. They're a high current running connector, which I really like. Next thing is the axle carriers are aluminum. I don't know if you can see them in there. They're aluminum. I will be upgrading the axle carriers and the caster blocks up front here, and you'll see why I'm doing that when we get to the Slash. This is the original body. This body has maybe 2 runs on it, and it's already starting to get pretty wore out here, as you can see, and on this hole too. I may be getting a different body for it. I think in an old square body Chevy, I really like the way those look. So that's it for the Stampede. Then we'll go into the Slash. And as you can see, some things may be wrong with it. You're saying, well, you just got that. What the heck did you do? Actually, I bought this truck used. I bought the truck used. It's got this Ansoil Douglas body on it. Scott Douglas is the driver, I believe. It's just a stock Traxxas body that comes with it. Again, straight away to XT90 connectors. This has the ESC fan in it. I may be getting a motor fan for this. I would really like to, just to keep this cool, because this is a fast truck. It's got the speed gears in it, the higher gear, or higher tooth gears, I guess you would call them, which is really hard on electronics when you're running. It's got this adapter in it, or the adapter, so I can put a bigger battery in it if I wanted to, or I can put the stock battery in it, or I can pull it out and come up here and put a bigger battery in it. If I'm running a 3S or it all depends on what I'm running. I will be putting in the receiver so I can run my iconic transmitter, so I can run all my different vehicles on it, which I really like. I've used it a lot. Next thing with this truck that I will be upgrading for sure is the, as you can see why these wheels are broken, my axle carrier right here, that will be upgraded. For right now, I have spare plastic ones that came off my Stampede 4x4 that I know will work. I will be putting those on the back for now, just to get by. And then when I break my last one, then I'll for sure get aluminum ones. And then up here you can see this whole mess of everything, from the caster blocks to the axle carriers. It's just makes the most sense to me to upgrade everything to aluminum, just because these spots are extremely weak points, and I would feel more comfortable rather than wasting the money right away on plastic parts. I would prefer to go right to aluminum. Next thing is the Proline body mounts. Right away, I got this truck and I went right to the store and I got Proline body mounts for it. I knew that from having it on my previous vehicles and having it on the Stampede, that this was something that I needed to have. One thing on both of these rigs that I would like to upgrade is the steering hubs and caster blocks in the fronts of both of these. Eventually, the actual carriers in the back. The steering servo in both of them. Already in my Stampede, it's kind of weak. Traxxas, their steering servos, they work great if you're not being real rough on them. Today we went to a skate park just for a little bit of fun, and that's where I ended up breaking this front and back. I broke it on one jump, and so it just put me out for the rest of the day. Except I did have one of my other two-wheel drive slashes. But the drive shafts in this one is bent, so I've heard a lot of good things about a Techno drive shaft. I'm gonna try that, just so that I don't have to keep dealing with the bent drive shaft, as you can see in there, with the Traxxas logo on it. See it turning there. But other than that, I don't have any other updates, anything else that we'll really be doing.
We will be doing some plowing. Winter's coming.
Oh yeah, winter is coming. Seems like a little bit faster than expected. With my Red Cat, we will be doing a little bit of plowing. With my Stampede, I'm gonna be getting paddle tires, so we'll be able to run this thing in some snow too. I want to see how well these trenchers do versus the stock Talions. And I bought this 4x4 just for fun, really, more than anything. I don't plan on doing a whole lot with it other than just going out and having fun. It's a fun rig. I think I'm starting to like four-wheel drive more than two-wheel drive. At first, I never really thought that I would like four-wheel drive more than two-wheel drive. But the more and more that I use four-wheel drive, it's a lot.
Traction.
It's giving me traction. It's giving me more capabilities to do things. I'm just excited to see what else I can do with these rigs. My Stampede, probably going to be hydroplaning it across water. I'm pretty stoked for that. I'm gonna get some paddle tires definitely for the winter, and then I'll have that set and possibly try running it across water. I do have a kayak, so if it flips over or it sinks, I guess I have a form of way to get it. Everything is waterproof. I would be taking the fans and stuff out right away, definitely. The battery, I would be sealing that off. And one of my Venom batteries right here. There we go. Right here, you can see there's a gap where water can get in.
Yeah, a little blurry.
And let's see, get the camera focus.
Maybe.
There you go. I would be probably hot gluing right around there to seal the battery off so that no water got into this. I'd probably actually be running that on a 3S LiPo when I hydroplane it, just for the cause of that extra speed. We're gonna go get some run time with this Stampede for you guys, and we'll see what we have next week. One thing that you guys don't know that I did do with this Stampede, when I put these tires on here, almost all RC tires have a hole in them. And it lets air in and out of them to create that squishy effect. These ones, I covered the holes up so that if I do decide to run it in water, the tires don't get filled with water. And if I were to get paddle tires, I would definitely do the same thing. That way, if it sunk, it would not make it any heavier. Those tires would have a little bit of buoyancy to them and have that air to keep the tires up afloat. This thing is just a monster. With these tires on this truck is just a monster.